We light this challenge as a symbol of reunion. We reunite in this sanctuary to share the flow of our hearts with one another. We gather together in ritual to celebrate our fountains of joy, to hold each other through the storms of grief, to guide one another through the rapids of transformation, to rest together on the ponds of stillness. Together, we honor the spirit of water, its many forms, and its life-giving essence.
This water is sacred. It is made sacred by the many hands that have poured it with intention and love, the many stories that each drop contains, the many lives surrounding it in this unique moment, connected by commitment and faith. This water is sacred. May it continue to flow through this community with shining reflections of the unique gifts that flow through each of its members. This water is sacred. May it continue to nurture this community with sustaining hope that we journey together through ripples of growth and change. This water is sacred. May it continue to bless this community with loving reminders of our collective responsibility to one another and the world. This water is sacred. May its ripples be a reminder that changes and growth within this community bring movement and transformation to the world beyond our doors. This water is sacred. May its purity offer grace to our community and the willingness to forgive ourselves and one another when we make mistakes. This water is sacred. In moments when we are confused or uncertain, may it bring us clarity of purpose and commitment. This water is sacred. In moments when the reservoirs of hearts and spirits are drained by sorrow or pain, May it nourish them with the knowledge that we are surrounded by a deep and abundant love. This water is sacred. Thank you. If you were raising a hand, you may lower it. Now that we have collectively blessed our water, we will perform the ritual to bless ourselves and rededicate ourselves to the faith community. Since our water communion ritual today will replace our usual ritual of matters of the heart, I'm going to invite you here at the beginning into a few moments for prayer and reflection. Spirit of life, our rituals remind us who we are. We know and acknowledge that every person here today, that every person around us each and every day, carries their own burden of sorrows, and that their hearts may be lifted, bursting with joy. We know lives are touched forever by violence and lifted forever by love. We know lives are touched forever by loss and lifted forever by joy. We know we hold all the contradictions of humanity, and we know that it is a blessing to do so. We rest in this moment of ritual. We reflect. We give thanks. Amen. So I'm going to begin this year's water communion ritual by the ritual pouring of the water from last year. We keep a portion of the water from year to year to be a part of the blessings that we give during child dedications, bridgings, and other rituals where a water blessing is wanted. We know that the cycle of water, the cycle of life, will keep this water flowing to support and sustain our community. Could have done this while I was talking. There we go. This does get purified before it's used in any ritual, just so you know. And now, with the water you have in your cups and an echo of the blessing that we give to children in Unitarian Universalist communities, I'm going to ask you to take that small amount of water that you have in your cup or that you brought with you, and if you are comfortable doing so, dip your finger into it to give a small symbolic blessing to yourself. I'm dipping in the spill. If you're not comfortable doing this, I ask you to just hold your water and give attention to the words. Please hold the finger that you dipped in the water to your forehead. By this action, we bless our thoughts, that they may guide us in the knowledge of what is right and good, and that they may ground us in wisdom. And now I ask you to touch the finger to or near your lips. By this action, we bless our speech, that it may be right and good, and that it may uphold all that we value. And now if you would touch your finger close to your heart. By this action, we bless all that we feel deeply, that we share and that we hold, and to remind ourselves to love deeply. And lastly, if you are comfortable doing so and your fingers have dried out, dip them in the water again and rub your hands together or your fingertips, a little ritual wash. By this action, we bless our hands, that we might use our hands for right and good action and to serve others. We bless ourselves and we bless one another, as we know in community we are blessings to each other. And so now that we have blessed ourselves with the water we hold, we will combine all these blessings with the blessed water from the past to fill our well for the future.
We are living neath the great Big Dipper. We are washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power, some in vain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. I am alone and I am searching, hungering for answers in my time. I am balanced at the brink of wisdom. I'm impatient to receive a sign. I move forward with my senses open. In perfection it be my crime. In humility I will listen. We're all swimming to the other side. We are living in the great Big Dipper. We are washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power, some in vain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side.
On this journey through thoughts and feelings, finding intuition, I had my heart. I am gathering the tools together. I'm preparing to do my part. All of those who have come before me band together and be my guide. Loving lessons that I will follow. We're all swimming to the other side.
We are living in the great Big Dipper. We are washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power, some in pain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. When we get there, we'll discover all of the gifts we've been given to share have been with us since life's beginning, and we never noticed they were there. We can balance at the brink of wisdom, never recognizing that we've arrived. Loving spirits will live together. We're all swimming to the other side. Everybody. We are living in the great Big Dipper. We are washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power, some in pain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side.
Our reading this morning is for calling the Spirit back from wandering the earth in its human feet by Joy Harjo. Put down that bag of potato chips, that white bread, that bottle of pop. Turn off the cell phone, computer, and the remote control. Open the door and then close it behind you. Take a breath. Offered by the friendly winds, they travel the earth, gathering essences of plants to clean. Give it back with gratitude. If you sing, it will give your spirit lift to fly to the stars' ears and back. Acknowledge this earth who has cared for you since you were a dream, planting itself precisely within your parents' desire. Let your moccasin feet take you to the encampment of the guardians who have known you before time, who will be there after time. They sit before the fire that has been there without time. Let the earth stabilize your post-colonial jitters. Be respectful of the small insects, birds, and animal people who accompany you. Ask their forgiveness for the harm we humans have brought upon them. Don't worry, the heart knows the way, though. There may be high-rises, interstates, checkpoints, armed soldiers, massacres, wars, and those who despise you because they despise themselves. The journey might take you a few hours, a day, a year, a few years, 100, 1,000, or more. Watch your mind. Without training, it might run away and leave your heart for the immense human feast set by the thieves of time. Do not hold regrets. When you find your way to the circle, to the fire kept burning by the keepers of your soul, you will be welcomed. You must clean yourself with cedar, sage, and other healing plants. Cut the ties you have to failure and shame. Let go the pain you are holding in your mind, your shoulders, your heart, all the way to your feet. Let go the pain of your ancestors to make way for those who are heading in your direction. Ask for forgiveness.
This faith community is like an island with warm, sunny, inviting beaches. When people land here, they often come from stormy seas. They are shipwrecked, lost, adrift. And when they find the relative safety of our shores, they cast themselves upon them with a deep sense of relief. At first, the relief is enough. The rest is enough. But when the sacred act of rest has allowed for the renewal of the self, well, if one is really shipwrecked, one does eventually have to get up off the beach, right? Ideally, right? Of course, there's food to find, signal fires to build, shelter to create. And when people arrive here after being tossed on the stormy seas of their own spiritual journeys, coming from places perhaps where they experienced harm, or were judged for their questions, or were judged or shamed simply for being who they are, we want them, we want you, if that is you, to feel that sense of rest, of relief. And we want you to feel welcomed home. But a sense of home is more than a sense of safety. It is a sense of belonging. So let's imagine ourselves on that warm, sunny beach. We're rested now, and we know we're safe. Maybe we get up and we take a walk. We meet others who were tossed here by the same storm or by different ones. But we also meet people who have been here a lot longer than we have. They've already created a shelter. They've already gathered food. They already know which plants are safe and which are to be avoided. The task of gathering in, of homecoming and home finding and home making, that task is a little different depending on what brought you here, how you got here. Maybe you were born on the island. Maybe you piloted yourself here on a nice little boat. Or maybe you were towed here by someone else. Or maybe you too were tossed upon our shores by a storm. But it takes all of us, no matter where we are in our journeys, to make this place a home. To make this a place not just of safety, but of rising to meet challenges, of doing the hard work of letting go, of asking for forgiveness, of asking for help. The hard work of building. This morning's prophet and wise woman, Joy Harjo, three-term poet laureate of the United States and member of the Muskogee Creek Nation, has already spelled this out for us and taken a lot fewer words to do so. That is the poet's special magic. Welcome your spirit back from its wandering. It may return in pieces, in tatters. Gather them together. They will be happy to be found after being lost for so long. Your spirit will need to sleep a while after it is bathed and given clean clothes. Now you can have a party. Invite everyone who loves you and supports you. Keep room for those who have no place else to go. Make a giveaway and remember, keep the speeches short. Then you must do this. Help the next person find their way through the dark. We are called to this. We are called to be breakers of cycles, forgivers, welcomers. We are called to be those who own their mistakes, who strive to make repairs, those who build a place of welcome in their own hearts to echo the place of welcome that we build together in community. In a world of hurt people hurting people, we are called to be healing people healing people. We are called to make a home, to invite those we love and those with no place else to go. We are called to be that welcoming shore. We are called to help the next person find their way. I am glad and grateful for every single person who has found their way here today. Let us give thanks for one another, and let us remain mindful of what we build together for all those who will come after us. This is our holy work. So may it be.
Join us in extinguishing our chalice, your home chalices, if you have lit them, with these words. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
We have gathered. For some of us, this feels like home. There are people in the world who do not have homes, who do not have communities. We strive to be a beacon, and we strive for the healing that lies within ourselves that only ourselves can access with these traveling companions. Take the flame and the water and all the blessings of every element of this community with you into the week to come. So may it be.